We begin in South Africa, where Al Jazeera's investigative unit has uncovered a large-scale money laundering operation. The scheme implicates some of the country's biggest banks. A former member of the criminal syndicate has spoken exclusively to Al Jazeera. Alexander James has this report.
Daoud Khan is a former money launderer. He fears for his life and is speaking exclusively to Al Jazeera's investigative unit from a safe house. He says his role was to forge paperwork to disguise the money laundering as legitimate transactions.
In the office, we had a strong room. And in the strong room, we had boxes upon boxes of bank stamps. We had boxes of passports, we had boxes of ID documents.
Head of the operation is Daoud's brother, Mohammed Khan. His street name is Mo Dollars. His financial services firm served as a front for the laundering.
He's sort of held up as this sort of shadowy figure that controls money laundering in South Africa, that everybody wants to find, wants to locate, wants to discuss, wants to catch, wants to prosecute, or wants to use.
We've obtained a trove of thousands of documents that reveal fake invoices from fictitious suppliers addressed to Mo Dollars' clients.
No goods, no services, purely just money laundering. And I can tell you that with 100% certainty because I done that logo.
We conceal the identity of one of Mo Dollars' former business partners.
Mohammed Khan is known for money laundering. His pickups will be $1 million in profit a day, transferring to different countries, to different places, and he got all the connections to do that.
To ensure the scheme's success, the launderers bribe employees at South Africa's banks.
You look after us, you push through all our payments, no questions asked, on the specific company, and we'll match your salary every month in cash.
A ledger records kickbacks paid to staff at Absa Bank, who are responsible for processing foreign payments.
We were actually the executive management team of the Absa Forex processing department, if I can put it to you that way. Mohammed was CEO of that company, without them knowing.
The ledger records bribes paid to employees at other banks too.
Vivian Nijker, he is a senior manager at the compliance division of Standard Bank South Africa, and also is the key communicator to the South African Reserve Bank. I can make a phone call for you now to individuals in Absa Bank that would put whatever you tell them to put on a letterhead for you, and they would stamp it.
Mohammed Khan told us that all the allegations against him were false and based on manufactured evidence. He denied bribing anyone in the South African banking sector. Vivian Nijker denied involvement in a money laundering syndicate. Sasfin said it was taking vigorous action against former employees. Absa passed on our findings to its forensic investigative unit, and Standard Bank told us it takes a zero-tolerance approach to fraud and criminality. Alexander James, Al Jazeera.
Well, Karam Singh is the Executive Director of Corruption Watch. He says the revelations are not entirely surprising.
It's important to know that South Africa has gone through a very difficult period in terms of what we characterized as state capture, whereby whether it be at the high echelons of the police service or within our prosecuting services, we saw the hollowing out of law enforcement institutions and institutions that promote accountability. So it's fair to say, across the board, that South Africa's enforcement of things like money laundering and the fight against organized crime and corruption has been really challenged and weakened in this period. And it's recognized and acknowledged broadly that these are areas that we need to see massive improvement if we want to turn a corner around the grips that the economy finds itself when it comes to organized crime. That the announcement of the Financial Action Task Force to grey list South Africa was an announcement that came out last month. It's quite significant for the country. It basically says that South Africa cannot be vouched for as a safe investment destination, given the types of weaknesses that we're talking about in terms of the anti-money laundering framework. So this grey listing really puts the South African government on terms in terms of ensuring that significant progress is made, both in terms of legal reforms required, but then also in terms of implementing those and in terms of enforcement.
And you can watch the next instalment of our 4-part series, Gold Mafia, Smoke and Mirrors. The full episode is coming up on Al Jazeera at 20 GMT.